Good morning. Can everyone hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Mr.
Good morning.
Are we broadcasting? Are we all set?
You get confirmation from Miss Yates.
You did or did not?
Stand by, sir. I'm sure that she has everything running down there. I'm confirming right now. Go ahead.
Well, good morning and welcome to this auspicious day, this occasion, where we're going to be sworn in as the new board. Every 4 years, there's a new board in the township, and it's kind of exciting. For a number of us, it's even more exciting than usual because, for example, Deborah Guthrie is for the first time being sworn in as our clerk. For the first time as treasurer, although he's been on the board before that, Mr. Phil DeShane, even though he's been treasurer, he's now going to be elected for 4 years as treasurer. And the same with Miss Wazinski. She's now elected for the first time as trustee, even though she served as trustee. So it's kind of exciting, and it's even more exciting for some. We're looking forward to this day now for some time, at least since the election, and here we are. I want to introduce the person who we have the honor, I have the honor really of introducing her. We have the honor of having with us Judge Wanda Stokes. She's the 30th Circuit Court Judge, one of those for Ingham County. She sits up in Mason in the courthouse there. She's been on the court since 2018, and she's been my friend for about 20 years. Really enjoy the fact that she was willing to come forward and help us out with this ceremony today. She is a graduate of Michigan State University. She got her law degree from Detroit Mercy. She has a very diverse career as a lawyer. She worked for Ford Motor Company in their legal department, the auto owners insurance, and she had a whole number of other jobs. And then she became, in 1999, at the appointment of Jennifer Granholm, the Assistant Attorney General, which is when I first got to know her. Her career in the Attorney General's office was rather stellar. She rose to levels of even, for a time, chief of the staff, and then bureau chief, where she actually was my boss for a while. And she was a heck of a good boss, I'll tell you. We had many great conversations and made a lot of great decisions together. She's been my friend, as I said, and I'm rather excited that she could come here today and help us out with this swearing in. And so with that, I will then turn this over to Judge Stokes. Good morning, Judge Stokes.
Good morning, Ron. How are you?
Good.
And good morning to everyone.
Morning.
This is truly an honor. I was really excited when Ron asked me, and I tell you, since I've been on the bench, these have been some of the most rewarding times of my tenure. And this is even more special because this is my community. So let me put on my eyes so that I just want to say a few words. I'm not going to bore you because I know the important part of this ceremony is you all becoming official in your positions, and I'm going to rush so we can get to that moment. But it's really an honor for me to welcome everyone this morning to the swearing-in ceremony for the Meridian Township Board. This is a special time of celebration, and unlike so many other events that I preside over in the court, this is a time where everyone can be excited. And so even though we're in this virtual environment, I think we have the chat feature functioning. And for those who are just watching and sharing with their families and friends, please feel free to send them a chat. I know from time to time when I get those chats, it just makes me feel good. It gives me something else to do while we're in this environment and just kind of livens it up a little bit. So for all of our guests, please feel free to celebrate with those you care about and love and you're just excited about today. At a very early age, I learned that true governance is local. And during my lifetime, I've found that to be true. And here in Meridian Township, where my husband and I have been residents for over 16 years now. Time goes by fast when you're having fun. But I've learned that in this township, the leaders that we've had over the years have just demonstrated how you run a local community the best. And it really makes me proud to be a part of this community. You all give life to our collective needs, and your thoughtful and dedicated leadership, it allows us to realize what's best for us and for our family and children. And so it's an awesome responsibility. And so while some of you are beginning your terms, this is the first time. I know many of you, it's not your first rodeo. So you will be just extending your time. I just like to ask you to keep in mind the critical role that you play in the lives of so many people. And I know you would not have run for these offices if that wasn't the way you thought. But please remember that as you begin to conduct your various responsibilities. Think about the folks that you're helping today, and for the people who are not yet born. Your decisions will go on for generations. This is an awesome responsibility, and it just requires so much thought. So as you take your oaths today, I'm going to encourage you to dwell often on those who elected you. Think about them each and every day, because you affect their lives every day. I encourage you to remember that you are the ones who truly make a difference in our lives. You know, it's those services that I get locally that while the national scene is there, it's that local, it's my local leadership that makes a difference in my life every day. And sometimes you're the difference between somebody understanding even what working and being together, living together in a humane society, in a caring and orderly society, what that really means, because they'll see it first from you. You represent us, and that's no small task, believe me. I know how we all can be sometimes, and how challenging and how much we pull on you, but we need you. So remember that your conduct will be a credit or a discredit to Meridian Township. Each of us say, each person, when they see you, they see this is how Meridian Township does it. And so they'll either have a favorable view of that or a disfavorable view. Please uphold this privilege that you have with purpose and strength of character. I'd like to just say to God bless all of you as you take on these important and exciting roles. And I just want to say personally for my husband and I that we are so proud that you're leading our community. And so with that, I just want to congratulate you all, wish you the best. And now I think it's time for us to get to the real important part of all of this ceremony, is swearing you all in. And so I'm going to turn it over to Director Luann Maisner at this point.
Great. Thank you, Judge Stokes. I am so honored to be here with you today to introduce the newly elected park commissioners. Of the 5 elected positions, 3 commissioners are participating with us this morning. But before introducing them, I would like to recognize the other 2 who were unable to join us this morning. The first is Commissioner Amanda Lick. Amanda started on the Park Commission in 2016 and serves as the current chair. She earned her master's degree from Michigan State University in Health and Risk Communication. She is the Government Affairs Manager for the National Office on Nurse-Family Partnership. And in her role, she focuses on policies that affect the health and wellness of families. Our other park commissioner is Mary Nardo Ferris. Mary was appointed to the Park Commission last year in 2019 to fill a vacancy. She brings 40 years of professional, private and public experience at the federal, state, and local level as a landscape architect and natural resource project manager. She retired in 2018 from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources as Development Unit Manager in the Parks and Recreation Division. And the reason for introducing these 2 commissioners, even though they are not here today, is to share the relevant qualifications and experience that they and the remaining commissioners are bringing to their service to our community. Okay, so let's get started. Commissioner Amy Van Antwerp Amy was appointed in 2019 and joins us with a degree in Parks and Recreation from Michigan State University with a specialization in communications. She worked 17 years for the city of East Lansing as their community events assistant, National Folk Festival coordinator, and communications coordinator, web content manager. In 2016, she joined the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and currently serves as their communications and marketing coordinator in the Parks and Recreation Division. She and her family are active participants in our parks and recreation programs. Park Commissioner Amy Van Antwerp. Is Amy on here?
Screen isn't lighting up, so.
Yeah, I don't think she's present, Director Maisner.
Okay, well, we will move on then. Mark Stevens. Mark joined the Park Commission in 2006, and he is the coordinator of the Project Fish program at Michigan State University, where he engages school children in place-based learning programs and has provided great assistance to our department by engaging Okemos and Hazlitt teachers and their students in stewardship activities in our parks and land preserves. Mark has also served as the Park Commission liaison to the Land Preservation Advisory Board since 2012. Park Commissioner Mark Stevens.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here and to serve our community. It's been a lot of fun working with Director Maisner and the other park commissioners, and you know, it's my honor, and I feel it's my duty to do something for our community, and this is where I can help. Congratulations to everyone.
Mr. Stevens, are you ready?
I am.
I'd like you to, I'm not muted him. Oh, I'd like you to raise your right hand, please. And please repeat after me, except for your name. I say your name.
Mark Stevens.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
And the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
And I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Meridian Township Park Commissioner.
And I will faithfully do the duties of Meridian Township Park Commissioner.
In and for the Charter Township of Meridian.
In and for the Charter Township of Meridian.
County of Ingham and State of Michigan.
County of Ingham and State of Michigan.
According to the best of my ability, so help me God.
According to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens. You are now officially sworn in.
Thank you very much.
Hey, is Mike McDonald? Is he on this Zoom? I wasn't seeing him, but.
I saw an email from him just a little bit that he's got a glitch.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I would like to acknowledge him as well. Mike McDonald first joined the Park Commission in 2014. He is also retired from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources after 32 years of service, 25 of those years in the Grants Division. Mike is also a former Ingham County Park Board chairperson. And we are just so thankful that we have such a great group of professionals serving our community. As you can see, the variety of backgrounds that they all have touches on health, environment, parks, grants, land management, and working together, they're making our community better. And it's a pleasure to be working with all of you. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Frank Walsh, who will introduce our Meridian Township Board, the Township Manager. Mr. Walsh?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I really look forward to working with the new Township Board. And I also want to point out our former Treasurer and State Representative Julie Brixey is with us today, and thank you for that. First up is Dr. Patricia Herring Jackson, first elected trustee in 2016 and re-elected trustee in 2020. Prior to that, Dr. Herring Jackson has 20 years of service on the Planning Commission and the Zoning Board of Appeals. She's retired from the Michigan State University Department of Microbiology and Molecular Genetics. She earned a PhD in biomedical science from Meharry Medical College in Nashville. She's married to Dr. Julius Jackson, and together they have 3 children. I present to you, Your Honor, Trustee Patricia Herring Jackson.
Good morning, Ms. Jackson.
Good
And,
morning, Judge
I'm-
Stokes. Thank you, Mr. Walsh. I would only say that I am very honored to have been reelected to serve a second term on the Meridian Township Board as trustee. Thank you all for your support and your goodwill.
Thank you. And if you'll please raise your right hand, Ms. Jackson, and repeat after me. I, and say your name,
I, Patricia Herring Jackson,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Ingham and State of Michigan,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my abilities.
Let me be the first to congratulate you as a trustee of Meridian Township.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Trustee Dan OPSOMMER. Trustee OPSOMMER was first elected as trustee in 2016 and re-elected trustee in 2020. He has previous service on the Meridian Township Planning Commission. His day job is he serves as Chief of Staff to State Representative Julie Brixey. He holds a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University in journalism and history. He also serves on the CATA Board of Directors. He's married to Jamie, and together they have a son, Jack. I offer to you and present Trustee Dan OPSOMMER.
Morning, Mr. OPSOMMER.
Good morning, Judge Stokes. Thank you, Manager Walsh. I would just like to say it's an honor and a privilege to serve with everyone on the M team, the entire Meridian Township staff, Manager Walsh, and my colleagues on the board. We've had a very successful 4 years, and I look forward to 4 more years of great success here on behalf of our residents.
Would you raise your right hand, please? And repeat after me. I, say your name,
I, Dan OPSOMMER,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Michigan and County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Thank you, and let me congratulate you as Meridian Township Trustee.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Your Honor, next up is Kathy Ann Sunland, Trustee Sunland. She was first elected trustee in 2016 and recently was re-elected trustee in November of 2020. She serves on the Meridian Economic Development Corporation and is retired from the state of Michigan in the Department of Treasury, serving in human resources. She holds a bachelor degree in human resources from Michigan State University. Kathy has 2 children, Bree and Eric. Your Honor, I present to you Trustee Kathy Ann Sundland.
Good morning, Ms. Sundland.
Good morning, and thank you. It's an honor to be serving in a second term as Township Trustee. I'm excited to continue our work on the board and all the good things that we are working on. And it's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Wonderful. If you could raise your right hand, please. I, and say your name,
I, Kathy Ann Sundland,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Thank you. Let me congratulate you as a member of the Meridian Township Trustee Board.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Trustee Sundland.
Thank you so much.
Your Honor, next up is Trustee Courtney Wazinski. Trustee Wazinski was appointed to the board on January 8, 2019, and then was elected in November of 2020. Her previous service is on the Meridian Township Park Commission. She currently serves on the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Environmental Commission. She holds a master's degree in public health from Creighton University in Iowa. She serves as a unit community development manager for the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. She's married to Dan, and together they have 2 children. Your Honor, I present to you Trustee Courtney Wazinski.
Good morning, Mr. Wazinski. I'll make sure I say
Morning,
your
Judge
name.
Stokes. Thank you. Manager Walsh, that was very nice. And I want to also thank my board members, our residents, of course. And I also am very honored and excited to serve for the next 2 years. We have a lot of great projects coming up, and we're going to get a lot done. Thank you.
Great, great. Well, if you could raise your right hand, please. I, and say your name,
I, Courtney Wazinski,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Meridian Township Trustee
of the office of the Meridian Township Trustee
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations. You
Thank
are
you very
now
much.
a Meridian Township Trustee again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Trustee Wazinski. Your Honor, next up is Treasurer Bill DeShane. Treasurer DeShane was elected as a trustee in 2016, and on November 8th, 2018, he was appointed by the board as treasurer, replacing Treasurer Julie Brixey, who went to the State House. He was elected treasurer for the first time in November of 2020. He has previous service to the Parks Commission. He has retired with a 35-year career in IT sales and service. He holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Michigan in English literature and French. He is married to Gail, and together they have 3 children. Your Honor, I present to you Treasurer Bill DeShane.
Good morning, Treasurer. You're muted. You're still muted, sir.
Thank you, Judge Stokes. I want to thank you for being here today, as well as Supervisor Stika, Manager Walsh, and State Representative Brixey. I am both humbled and honored to be taking the oath of office for a full 4-year term to serve as your Meridian Township Treasurer and member of the Meridian Township Board today. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. If you could raise your right hand, please. I, and say your name,
I, Phil Deshane,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Meridian Township Treasurer
of the office of the Meridian Township Treasurer
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Ingham, and
County of Ingham,
and State of Michigan,
and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations, our new treasurer.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Treasurer Deshane. Your Honor, next up is Clerk Deborah Guthrie. Deborah Guthrie served as Meridian Township for 20 years in our Communications Department. She served as Communications Director from 2012 to 2019. Most recently, in November of 20, Ms. Guthrie was elected Township Clerk. She holds a bachelor's degree in communications from Michigan State University. She's a former staff member at ESPN. Ms. Guthrie is married to her husband, Al. Together, they have 2 sons, Matt and Zach. Your Honor, I present to you Clerk Deborah Guthrie.
Good morning, Ms. Guthrie.
Good morning. Thank you, Manager Walsh, and thank you, Judge Stokes. I'm honored and humbled to serve, and I can't wait to roll up my sleeves and get to work.
Ah, that's good. That's a good sound. Well, if you will please raise your right hand, we'll get you going. I, and say your name,
I, Deborah Guthrie,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Meridian Township Clerk
of the office of Meridian Township Clerk
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations to our
Thank
new
you.
clerk.
Congratulations,
Thank
Clerk
you.
Guthrie.
Thank you.
Your Honor, next up is our Supervisor, Ron Stika. Ron was first elected to the Okemos School Board in 1990, where he served over 20 years on the Okemos School Board. He was then, following that service, elected Township Trustee in 2012. Following that, he was reelected was elected as Supervisor in 2016. And following that, reelected as Township Supervisor in 2020. 30 years of continuous public service. He's a retired, as you know, Assistant Attorney General for 40 years, and he speaks very positive of his experience with you, Judge Stokes. He's a proud Detroiter and a graduate of Cass Tech High School. That makes him a technician. He's also a graduate of the University of Michigan Law School, to which he's very proud of. He is married to his wife, Georgia. Together they have 4 sons, Jason, Joe, George, and James, along with 5 grandchildren. It's an honor to present to you, Judge Stokes, Supervisor Ron Stika.
Good morning, Mr. Stika.
Good morning, Judge Stokes. This is like old times when you and I would spend many hours talking about various important issues and some not so important issues. I really enjoyed conversations. I'm pleased to be able to continue to serve the people of Meridian. I want to thank my life partner and spouse, Georgia Steica. She has always supported me in all these endeavors and many hours that I don't devote to family and her because I'm busy on these public services, and I appreciate her support and all that. And I only hope that I can represent the interests of all the people of Meridian Township going forward to the best of my ability.
Thank you for that. Brian, I will make a personal note here. While we have had some great times, I've never blamed you for going to Michigan Law School. So.
Well, I have to point out that we do have a common school because you graduated from law school at University of Detroit Mercy, and I have my undergraduate degree from University of Detroit. So we do have a connection that way.
There you go. There you go. I'm a loyal Sparty.
Go Blue.
If you could raise your right hand, please. I say your name.
I, Ronald Joseph Steica,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Meridian Township Supervisor
of the office of Meridian Township Supervisor
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
in and for the Charter Township of Meridian,
County of Ingham and State of Michigan,
County of Ingham, and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Supervisor.
Thank you so much.
Before I turn this back over to Ron, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge State Representative Brixey. I so appreciate her leadership in our area, and I apologize for I just didn't look across the screen globally enough, so I didn't see you. But it's so great to have you and supporting all of the things you do. I don't know how you manage to be everywhere, but you do. And that's what makes you so special. Our community is like that. So good morning, and it's so great to see you.
Thank you, Judge Stokes. I'm just really proud to be here to witness this very special board being sworn in today. And I think that Meridian Township is in such good hands with the M team and this board. And I really look forward to better times ahead.
Absolutely. And with that, I will turn it back over. I don't know if Mr. Walsh or if our supervisor is going to take over. So I'll turn it back over to you, Supervisor Steica.
Hey, thank you so much. Tip O'Neill famously said, all government is local. And this kind of harkens back to your remarks, Judge Stokes. In Meridian, all members of the Park Commission and the Board of Trustees and the elected officials live by that principle. We're proud to have the opportunity to serve the residents of the state of Michigan. I mean, the township of Meridian. They're also residents of the state of Michigan. And also to do our best for the public good. That's our aim. That's our purpose. And I really don't have a lot more to say except thank you to the voters. Thank you to the residents for supporting all of us, for showing that you realize that we are working hard for you and putting us here for the next 4 years. We really appreciate that. I would ask if any of the newly elected officials have anything that they want to, any remarks they want to make before we move on. Treasurer DeShane.
Thank you, Supervisor Steica. We've taken these oaths today under a very challenging year for many of us personally and for the 43,000 residents of Meridian Township and for the United States. We're conducting this swearing in virtually because we're bracing for a second round of this extremely dangerous COVID-19 pandemic. And we're in the midst of a severe economic recession with many of our local businesses struggling to stay open. Nonetheless, each of us here today have a lot of reasons to be hopeful about the next 4 years. We can be hopeful because we have already made many hard choices at the with the previous board. We chose to pay down our pension debt and to pay up front the cost of fixing our 150 miles of neighborhood roads. We could also be hopeful because we all remain dedicated to revitalizing our core commercial areas, which are in great need of revitalization. We can also be hopeful because we're one of the best places to live in the entire state of Michigan. Recently, Niche magazine said Meridian is one of the best places to live in Michigan. Residents have a dense suburban feel. Most residents own their own homes. There are a lot of restaurants, coffee shops, and parks. Many young professionals live in Okemos and Hazlet, and residents tend to have moderate political views. We're also hopeful because we're confident we're going to make it through these tough times. Yet hope's not enough. We must also lead by, one, ensuring that our 165 employees continue providing excellent customer services across all of our departments. Two, we must make sure we have fully funded our police, fire, and EMT professionals so they continue to provide excellent safety and life-saving assistance to our residents, especially in these times of great need. And three, we must continue preserving and enhancing our dozens of parks and natural reserves that provide recreation and respite to all of our residents. Moreover, no year more than this year have our residents needed our natural areas to cope with the demands of daily life. And as you said, Supervisor Steicha, all politics are local politics. It can also be said that all government begins with local government. I think all of us here today, as we have taken our oaths for the next 4 years, we must also now commit to doing our very best to make Meridian Township government the very best possible government for our 43,000 residents over the next 4 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Treasurer. Any of the other board members want to have any comments they want to make? I think you said it all, Phil. We really appreciate those remarks. Judge Stokes, we really appreciate having you here to help us through this ceremony. For me, it's a particular pleasure. I had the opportunity to speak at your swearing in when you became a judge, which is one of the high points for me. And so pleased that you could be here to speak at a little swearing in of us. And I appreciate that very, very much.
Equal honor, Brian, let me tell you, and I won't be formal, Mr. Supervisor. My honor, it really is a pleasure. And for all of you, when I say that we are proud, my husband and I are proud to be part of and Meridian Township, I sincerely mean that. We know that we have leadership that we can reach out to, and we have just enjoyed the time that we have lived here, and we'll continue.
We probably should mention that Colonel James Stokes, your husband, had an outstanding military career, and we're very proud of his service and the service of all the in the military. We truly appreciate 38
that. Years, and I say that proudly because he absolutely served, and actually even now he serves on a commission with the Joint Chiefs. So he's on a commission where he goes out to DC and he meets with a group, and they work with former POWs and MIAs. So he's still actively working to serve in any way he can. He loves the military.
We're proud to have both of you as residents here in Meridian. Thank you so much. Everyone, I think we're done, unless Mr. Walsh or anyone else has something else to say. Looks like no one does. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the day.